have the pleasure of being with Cindy Adams, President and CEO of Aloha United Way right now, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be with us.
Well, thank you so much. This is such a beautiful place to be.
Well, and it speaks a lot of the work that you're doing with, as a leader of Aloha United Way, the prevention and intervention of many of society's challenges.
It does, and I think it represents, churches represent compassion and tolerance, I think, and I think that's also a very significant part of the work that we do and the work that nonprofits do in the community.
You're a fairly new president at AUW.
I am.
Your priorities, of course, are coherent with the mission, but in particular, you have some special interests.
We do. There are three really very specific initiatives that we're focused on. In addition to our community impact work. One is early childhood development. Another is active aging. So how do we help our elders age gracefully so that they can enjoy their quality of life as long as possible? And then the third area is really about homelessness for us.
Actually, all three areas talk about living comfortably and thriving in Hawaii. I know you share that you were born in Japan and you grew up in Hawaii. How has that influenced your leadership?
I grew up in a very humble household. We went to church every Sunday, and a lot of it was about how do we serve our community. I remember every summer facilitating summer programs at Kuhio Park Terrace. We would do a lot of things in the community, and I think that really kind of helped to set a course for my life.
And homelessness, I know, is one of the main topics of your concern.
Yes.
Did that come out of what you saw growing up, or?
I think that probably was a little bit in the back of my mind and in my heart, but certainly coming back from the mainland and living in Hawaii again, it was very obvious that we had a problem with homelessness. And nobody ever wakes up one day and says, I want to become homeless. There are many reasons that cause people to fall into this kind of situation. And it's really about understanding what those scenarios are and how we can help people move out of that situation.
What troubles you the most about that?
I think that it's such a large problem that it's been building over many, many years. And I know many organizations, governors, mayors have tried to do their part in helping to address the problem. I think it's gotten to a point where many people feel it's a crisis, and it really, I think, requires that we come together much more as a community, coordinated and collaborating to address the problem. We've made significant progress in the nonprofit community, and certainly the mayor and the governor are working much more closely together, but there's certainly much more we can do.
Our state is very generous in not only with donations, but also with time and energy. How can we stay positive as we support Aloha United Way?
Well, first of all, I have to say the problems that we face are solvable. So that's the hope for me, certainly in the work that I do and my commitment. The second thing is, I think Hawaii is a very special community, and people in Hawaii, as you said, have very generous hearts and are always so giving to help the communities that we live in. And I think that's something that's very special about the nonprofit community here and the work that we do, is that it's here in Hawaii, and it's an opportunity for people to feel like they're able to make a difference and have an impact in our communities.
With so many of the issues that I know you face as the leader of Aloha United Way, and also with working with your staff, what gives you joy?
Wow, there are lots of things, and I try to remember those things at the end of the day. I think it's seeing the difference, getting letters from people who have been served by different programs in the community, and understanding that it's always about one person, one family, and the difference we can make in those lives, because that's how it starts, right? And it's really about seeing what we do as an organization to be a leader within the community to help facilitate resolving some of the issues that we face. So that's very rewarding for me and for the team.
Well, you've brought a lot of joy to this program today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We've been chatting with Cindy Adams, President and CEO of Aloha United Way.
Thank you.